What's going on, guys? It's Michael MGF, and today I'm going to be doing another LEGO Star Wars Winter 2014 analysis video because just today, pictures of the full lineup of Microfighters sets and a couple of additional sets were just released. As a matter of fact, both of those sets I assume will be exclusives in the future, and that's why they were released separately as expected. But for the most part, I usually only do one analysis video per lineup of seasonal sets, but I decided that I wanted to do this analysis video because the Microfighters are a whole new theme to LEGO Star Wars, and there are some things to like and dislike about it that I wanted to discuss with you guys, and also to check out the new police gunship and Droid Tri-fighter while we're at it. So without further ado, let's go ahead and move on to the new pictures of these new sets. So we're going to start off with the Coruscant police gunship, and just like the Droid Tri-fighter, I can only assume that this set will not be appearing in all of our retail stores and will be an exclusive set, so we can probably expect it to see in Walmart's and LEGO stores primarily, but that's only speculation. I don't think there's any confirmation on that, but anyway, this set is really a huge salute to the Clone Wars final official story arc, and the one that ended off Season 5, which was of course the final season, unfortunately. And this set is a great representation of what the police gunships looked like during that story arc. They look just like them. Honestly, this set looks absolutely fantastic, and it looks very well designed, and it's just a perfect recreation of that vehicle that was utilized multiple times during that story arc, with ball turrets on the front, the new spring-loaded shooters. It's just a really great vehicle, and as you can see, we do get the standard Anakin and Ahsoka minifigures. It doesn't look like there are any updates to them, but what is new about this set is that we are getting 2 new shock troopers, and we have not had an update on shock troopers since they were first put into production in 2006 or 7. So what's really great about this new lineup for 2014 is how we're really getting an update on all of our favorite clone troopers and vehicles from the prequel story arcs, you know, just the prequels in general, including the Clone Wars. So this set looks great, and something else to note on is how great the translucent red pieces are on the cockpit. Those are just super useful, not to mention the overabundance of what appear to be stickers. So for the most part, this set looks great, and as I said, it's just a great compliment to the final story arc in Star Wars: The Clone Wars. Before moving on with the Droid Tri-fighter, just want to mention for all of you clone tards out there, I'm not actually a clone tard, but there are a total of 9 new clone troopers with the winter lineup for 2014, and huge thanks to the LEGO group for that, because I don't think that's ever been done before, where we've received so many different variations of clone troopers in one lineup of sets. So that's pretty freaking awesome. But the Droid Tri-fighter, in terms of design, is almost exactly the same to its predecessor. It's got the new spring-loaded shooter, of course, and but I'd say the highlight of this set is the fact that we do get a new Chancellor Palpatine variation, and this Chancellor Palpatine is sporting the same sort of white Count Dooku hairpiece that was utilized for Count Dooku in the Duel on Geonosis set, which I never got to review, but this is the first time we've received this variation of Chancellor Palpatine in this outfit, and honestly, this is my favorite outfit that Palpatine wore in Revenge of the Sith, so it's kind of exciting for me. And then, of course, we do get a security droid, standard battle droid, and a buzz droid, which are always great to get multiple of in one lineup. So the Droid Tri-fighter looks great, and I think I still have mine intact. I'm not actually sure, you know, the previous one. So I can't say this is the most exciting set out of the lineup, but definitely a great addition to it. So here we go with the first Microfighter set, and Microfighters is a new theme for LEGO Star Wars, and it's also, I heard somewhere else that it's also kind of called the recruitment line, so I'm not really sure, but apparently, as you can tell by the box art, looks like the official name for it will be Microfighters. And as you can see, what these essentially are is you have a mini vehicle, and then you have a minifigure to go on to the mini vehicle, if that makes sense, because it does to me. And I can't say I'm fond of this. I gotta say, though, the whole idea of mini vehicles, it's cool to have these as like little desk buddies, I guess, but this is a little bit strange. Like, I can't really see, in terms of playability, having little kids playing with mini vehicles and then putting giant minifigures in those mini vehicles. So, but anyway, putting all that aside, easily what is the main point here is the fact that we have a brand new standard Phase 2 clone trooper, and this clone trooper is next to flawless. The printing for the visor is just beautiful. There are no problems with the helmet, and that is just awesome because this is like the clone trooper we've all hoped for, and he does actually have leg printing as well, which was revealed pretty early on here. That's been known for a long time. We saw this guy a while back, but it's still really cool. I myself haven't touched on him in a video, so I gotta say, just giving my opinion on this clone trooper, I think he's absolutely fantastic, but I'd say the main problem with this set, it's probably gonna be in the $7 to $10 range. I can't really see this being $5, maybe, but regardless, it's gonna be hard to get, you know, this minifigure in a large quantity. So in terms of customization for myself, that might be a little bit of a challenge, kind of like it is to get multiple Iron Man helmets, and I will tell you, it is not easy to get multiple Iron Man helmets, up until that polybag was released recently, but anyway, yeah, so really great new clone trooper, really happy to see that, and not so sure what I think about the whole idea of mini vehicles. But moving on with the next Microfighter set, we've got the AAT, and the AAT, it looks a little strange because in terms of coloration, the top of it doesn't resemble an AAT because for the most part, AATs are almost completely tan, while this one has a lot of gray to it, which is kind of inaccurate, but of course, the AATs aren't completely tan. They do have some gray, but not this much gray. But that's just a minor problem. But you can see we do get a pilot droid with this and some flick fire missiles, and that's really it. The turret on the top can rotate and the barrel can bend up and down. But for the most part, it's a very simple mini model, and you just get a minifigure with it. It's so, I mean, it's cool, just, you know, a little awkward. The X-Wing fighter is honestly pretty adorable. I mean, look at it. It's like a little stubby X-Wing fighter. But anyway, you'll see that we do get a total of 4 flick fire missiles for this set. And given the size of these sets, I think the only feature we're ever going to see with these are flick fire missiles. So this is like, I mean, LEGO has practically made an entire line devoted to flick fire missiles, which is, I think, LEGO's dream. So congratulations to them. Regardless, you'll see we do get a X-Wing pilot, which is pretty cool. I believe his helmet is new, but I think just generally the entire figure is new because if you look at it, the torso seems very similar to previous X-Wing pilot torsos, but the legs look completely new and definitely look like a really great update. The head is also very awesome as well. And yeah, you'll notice on the X-Wing itself, you'll see a green astromech head, and I believe that is also an exclusive piece to this set, and it looks pretty cool as well. So for the most part, it's nice to get an update on the X-Wing pilot and a pretty cool little astromech head, along with an overabundance of flick fire missiles, and that's pretty much this set in a nutshell. Next, we've got the Millennium Falcon, which is a little bit cool because, you know, it's got a decent amount of detail, especially with that printed cockpit piece. At least I'm hoping that's printed. It looks printed because I don't think they'd have you wrap a sticker around a stud. So yeah, odds are that's a printed piece for the cockpit. But anyway, you'll notice that we do get a new Han Solo minifigure, and this Han Solo minifigure appears to have not only a completely new head, which will have a double-sided face, but he will have new leg printing from the looks of it. These pictures are kind of low resolution, so it's hard to tell, but from the looks of it, this Han Solo minifigure will not have a new torso, but will have a new head and pair of legs. So that's really the main highlight of the set. Other than that, it's just a detailed mini rendition of the Millennium Falcon, of course, with a couple flick fire missiles. Next up, we've got the TIE Interceptor, and this Microfighter set is really nice in terms of design as well, but I mean, we've seen these vehicles miniaturized before. It's just, you know, they're just getting sort of updates and flick fire missiles, and that's really what these Microfighter miniaturized vehicles are about. But regardless, we do get a TIE Fighter pilot with this set, and this is not the same TIE Fighter pilot that we've received in the past. It is pretty much the same, but I'm almost certain that we did not receive leg printing last time, and this TIE Fighter pilot does have leg printing now, which is very cool, and it looks awesome. So nice update to the TIE Fighter pilot, and it's a cool little TIE Interceptor. It's, you know, these are just kind of strange. I'm just gonna be flat out. Next, we're going to be getting the Star Destroyer, and I can't remember how many times we've received mini Star Destroyers. I lost count, and I think you guys did as well, more than likely. And of course, just like the rest of the Microfighters, the primary feature to this set is flick fire missiles, so woohoo. You'll notice that we do get a new Imperial officer, and I don't think we've ever seen this Imperial officer before. The torso and legs both look completely new, and I believe the head has been utilized once before, though. Regardless, though, it is a nice Star Destroyer. It's just not exciting. I'm not gonna lie. This is probably the most boring Microfighter set out of them all. I mean, so pretty much what this lineup is to me, well, you know what, let's go ahead and move on to the closing part of the video, and then I'll talk about what I think about these sets. So there are the new exclusive sets and the Microfighter line. Okay, so that about does it for what I'm hoping to be the final analysis for the LEGO Star Wars Winter lineup, because these sets, we're already halfway through November. These sets are going to be out before you know it, so now is the time to keep your eye out. But I was honestly not expecting to do this analysis video. I was not expecting all of these pictures to be released at once, so I'm here doing this video. But anyway, the Microfighter line, what do I think of it? I think it's great, it's nice, it's a good way to get a minifigure, it's a quick way to get a minifigure, and you gotta say, that Clone Trooper, that Clone Trooper, it's awesome, it looks great, but I honestly would have preferred that maybe we got a new Clone Trooper battle pack with them, and maybe some different ranks with that new Clone Trooper design, and made that a battle pack instead of having the Death Star battle pack. So that's just my opinion in terms of the new Clone Trooper. It's because now it's going to be like Iron Man figures, and it's going to be hard to get a decent amount of them if you are looking to build an army, while I myself am just looking to get a mass quantity of them if I ever want to make different Revenge of the Sith customs before the new sequels start in 2015. But anyway, the Microfighter line is honestly LEGO's Flickfire missile line. That is what it is to me. It's just, it looks like the LEGO group just is so in love with their Flickfire missiles that they had to make a whole line for it. Quite obviously, I'm just kidding, and that's not the actual reason, but it's just, I don't know. We have mini sets, and you stick a minifigure in mini vehicles, a minifigure in mini vehicles. It is the most confusing line that I have ever seen the LEGO group put out for LEGO Star Wars, and I have to say, though, I am looking forward to it. Not the vehicles, though. I think we can all agree on that even though they are kind of cool in terms of design, we're all here for the minifigures when it comes to the Microfighter line. But anyway, the two exclusive sets that were shown, they are absolutely fantastic. The Tri-fighter is a little bit boring. It is nice to get a new Chancellor Palpatine figure, but the Tri-fighter itself, we've seen it before. Cool, we have a new spring-loaded shooter to go with it, but other than that, it's pretty much the same exact set, just with different minifigures. So I can't say I'm really looking forward to it all that much, but I will review it for you guys. And the new Coruscant police gunship I am looking forward to, because we have Clone Wars versions of Shock Troopers, and Shock Troopers they played a huge role in the final story arc for Star Wars: The Clone Wars, and it'll be great to get Anakin and Ahsoka in one set. I can't even remember the last time we got Anakin and Ahsoka in one set alone, so that'll be cool. But some of us speculated that because we weren't getting Commander Wolf in the the anti-air cannon set, that we would be getting the Commander Wolf minifigure in the Coruscant police gunship, because if you remember in the the final story arc for Star Wars: The Clone Wars, Commander Wolf, Captain Rex, and Anakin, along with Ahsoka, were all on a police gunship at one point, and that's what led everyone to speculate that we would get Commander Wolf on this set. And unfortunately, that's not the case, because if you think about it, Commander Wolf, that's a pretty hard design to print, so I can understand why the LEGO group did not produce him as a minifigure, but it would have been nice to see an attempt. But it is cool to get Shock Troopers, you gotta admit, and we do get two of them, so that's really great. And these sets look great, guys, and I'm really looking forward to reviewing all of them for you. I know I've been saying that, and I don't get the chance to review all of them, but I do my best. And I think the main problem was last time that I was not able to review all the sets was because I didn't order them overseas, and usually the way it used to be, I didn't have to. They would usually come out about a week or two after they were released overseas, and unfortunately that is no longer the case. The LEGO group is spoiling you Europeans over there and leaving us Americans in the dust, and we are getting these sets about 2-3 months after you, around that time. That might be a little bit exaggerated, but it is still a long time. So the first sign of these sets, I will make it my best effort to get them in my clutches to review for you guys. And I just made myself sound like a bird. but that's okay, because I'm looking forward to these sets as much as you guys are, and I still have mixed opinions about the Microfighter line, but I'm going to stop talking and I'm going to go, so I will see you guys later.
Okay, bye!
And it introduces damn it. So we're gonna start off with the police gunship, and no, it's a Coruscant police gunship, damn it. More than likely just a Walmart and Target, God. Variation is the first time we've received this Chancellor Palpatine figure. I'm not making any sense, gosh damn it.